Hello, I'm Marcus J. Richardson, and this is Film Reviews from the North. Today's film is Blade Runner. My favourite part of the film was the Star Wars trailer at the beginning that came on beforehand for The Last Jedi. Now, I was a big fan of the original. I loved the original. I thought it was fantastic. It was ahead of the time. The VFX were amazing, and it was just brilliant. It was a really good film. I love the concept, the idea, but I think there's been a lot of films inspired by Blade Runner in the past, and they've looked at the future and blah, 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 and the way we destroy the universe and the environment, and so on and so forth. There was high expectations for, and especially from me, I really didn't want to like American Made and loved it. I wanted to love this and didn't. Let me start with what Blade Runner's about. Okay, I'll go as fast as I can, okay? The original film is about replicants, Nexus 6. They've gone a little bit wrong. They've started to get an emotional connection and start to question things, so they've been outlawed. Therefore, they're being hunted by people called Blade Runners. Harrison Ford is a Blade Runner, human, capturing these AI robots, these artificial intelligence creatures, beings, they're robots. They're created by a guy called Tyrell, and not that Tyrell, a different Tyrell. And Tyrell has created these artificially intelligent beings, and the last one is kind of about how Harrison Ford develops a relationship with one, and how she's developed emotions, and how she's almost as human as we are. I won't tell you too much about that because you might want to go back and watch it if you haven't seen it yet. If you have seen it, you're probably going, that's not what it's about this, that, and the other. Well, I'm just trying to paraphrase, okay? So stick with me. So the new one, what's that about? Well, it takes the ending of the last one. Basically, the way the first one ends is... And that's how it ends. So the way that this one starts is we know how that one's ended, we know what this one's about, and we kind of find out a really key piece of information. Can I tell you? No, I won't tell you. But basically, there's a really important bit of information that we find out, which then changes everything. In this film, the Nexus 8s are back. So they've come a few generations on. A gentleman called Wallace, played by Jared Leto. Jared Leto is decent in it. He has bought the rights to the robots and basically has now created a new generation of robots that can work off-world, on another planet we're assuming, space station or whatever, but also on Earth, safely. Ryan Gosling happens to be one. Again, perfect casting, playing a robot. He's like a robot in real life anyway. Good-looking robot, As a straight man, I can appreciate Ryan Baby Goose. He's a good-looking lad. But in this, he does what he does best. Nothing. And unfortunately, it feels like he's doing too little, which is amazing for the Goz. Because to be honest, that's what he does. But there's just something missing. He doesn't carry the film the way that Harrison Ford carried the original, the way that Tom Cruise carried American Made. He doesn't carry the film. And it's a big film to carry. And the problem is it's so feckin' indulgent. Villeneuve, or whatever he's called, the director, is just too indulgent. I can't believe Scott didn't get hold of him and go, no, too indulgent, mate. It's about 14 hours long, or so it felt. Honestly, I never fall asleep in the cinema. I was getting drowsy. It went on and on. 19 hours on Ryan Gosling's eye. We've seen his eye. Move on. Show me something else. Show me some more landscapes. Positives. It is actually shot beautifully. The sound is amazing. The acting's great. The VFX, superb. Some fantastic elements to it, which means it can't get too much of a low ranking on this, but the story could have been told a lot quicker. Ryan Gosling's face, it's not going to do anything. So if it's not doing anything after 3 seconds, it's not going to do anything after 9, 10 and 13 seconds. Get rid of him. Show me someone else's face that's intriguing and interesting and something's happening. I wasn't a fan of this one, unfortunately. Now, I'm going to give it 3 stars, and you might be going, how is it getting 3 stars? Because of what I've just said. Things like the VFX, superb, bringing back characters that from the old films, and, in Star Wars, they tried that. It was a bit more noticeable. It's done a little bit better in this one. There's also great music, great acting in some parts by some of the characters, and it's beautiful. The landscapes are amazing. So for that, I give it 3 stars. If you're a Blade Runner fan, go and watch it. You'll enjoy it. If you've never watched the original Blade Runner, give it a miss. Go and watch something else. Spend that money on something else. Go get your wife a KFC or something. Or your husband. Or your huswife. Anyway, before I go, one thing I am going to say, if you do go to the cinema a lot and you're like, oh, we're doing this quite a bit, or we can't really afford it, there are limitless options. I go with, not that I'm going to advertise cinemas, because to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Odeon, but they do a limitless option, $16.99. If you're going to go twice in a month or more, it is really good value for money. I pay $16.99. I can go to any cinema I want, apart from the main ones in central London, which is still only the ones in like Leicester Square and things like that. There's still plenty in London as well. Cineworld do one. I'm not sure if you do yet, but I'm sure they're going to jump on the bandwagon before long. There are plenty of offers out there. It's great to go to the cinema. That is one thing I will say about Blade Runner. If you are going to watch it, it is probably worth watching at the cinema. I don't think it's necessarily a great at-home film, but if you are going to go and see something this weekend, I'd go and watch American Made, but It's up to you. Go and watch whatever you want. Thanks for watching. I've been Marcus J. Richardson. Until next time, happy filming, watching films.